appears to lead with his helmet, hitting the official while he's down.
I don't know what precipitated the accident. That's all part of the investigation.
The school district spokesman, Pascual Gonzalez, says that investigation starts Tuesday morning.
Students have been suspended from school as well as from football. They will attend a disciplinary hearing tomorrow.
Both players were ejected from the game Friday night. Frank Alosa, CBS News, San Antonio.
There's a drama unfolding in Brookhaven, Mississippi, where a 4-year-old is stuck inside a 40-foot well. The child is alert and talking to emergency workers, but can't figure out how to attach the rope that rescue workers want to use to bring the child up. And the opening of the well is only about 1.5 feet wide. This is all happening about 70 miles south of Jackson. More rescue workers are on the way from Hattiesburg, and they're bringing additional equipment with them.
You remember, was it baby Jessica, was it? Was it?
Yes,
in the well? Years ago. Yeah. It immediately.
amazing.
Yeah, it was. It makes you think right back to that time. Well, we have had numbers lately down on Wall Street. A maker of audio cassettes, though, says don't give up on that industry. We'll talk about it 1 minute from now.
When searching for kitchen remodeling, search the Kitchen Store, Culver City.
SoCal Gas presents Meet the Neighbors. Some dangers are easy to spot, while others look harmless and even downright adorable, like little Emily Carmichael, local bird expert and telescope gazer. Don't be fooled by Emily's angelic smile. She has no idea how to recognize a natural gas leak. Learn how to identify natural gas leaks at staygassafe.org. Together, we can stay safe around natural gas.
Taking care of someone you love with a terminal condition is a full-time job. That means I'm juggling doctors, appointments, prescriptions, bills. Who pays for what? What did the last specialist say? Where do I start?
Vitas Healthcare can help. When someone you love needs hospice, call Vitas at 844-544-CARE. That's 844-544-2273. Or go to bringhospicehome.com.
Tuesday, don't miss the premiere of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert with special guests George Clooney and Jeb Bush. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert premieres Tuesday on CBS.
It's 5:50. Bob Boone checks your money.
Rewind all you want. Maybe video killed the radio star, but it seems nothing can kill the audio cassette.
I think you can characterize our operating model as stubbornness and stupidity.
Steve Stepp's National Audio Company, the last cassette factory in the country, is still in business.
We were too stubborn to quit. Now, we're making more audio cassettes than we've ever made.
Timing is everything, and Stepp says the cassette's time has come. Again.
The retro movement. There's the nostalgia of holding the audio cassette in your hand.
Susie Brown is production manager at National Audio Company in Springfield, Missouri, and says they've had a little help.
There was a drive from the independent bands to get that warm analog sound again.
But sometimes in business, you just need to believe in your own product.
I do not own an iPod or an MP3 player, and I have a flip cover cell phone. My wife calls me a Neanderthal.
We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Bob Moon for KNX 1070 News Radio.
It's 5:51 here at KNX 1070. The federal government is telling its employees in Washington to stay home when the Pope visits later this month.
Tens of thousands of people are expected to clog Washington streets, Metro Rail Network, and the National Mall when Pope Francis visits the city for 3 days later this month. While federal offices will remain open, the Office of Personnel Management is urging agencies to let employees work from home. The government expects traffic, road closures, detours, and crowded public transportation. OPM also says those who can take the day off should. Steve Dorsey, CBS News, Washington.
The new thing in getting high on marijuana is also the hot new way kids are getting nicotine. A new study says they're vaping it. Vaping heats the smoking material but doesn't combust it, so you get more of a vapor than a smoke. It smells less and is easier to hide, and cartridges of cannabis look a lot like the ones that contain nicotine products. The study looked at students from 5 high schools in Connecticut. Results are published in the journal Pediatrics.
Governor Jerry Brown's administration is reportedly putting together a framework for statewide medical marijuana regulations in California. The move will hopefully end nearly 2 decades of enforcement and court battles. Steve D'Angelo is with Harborside Health Center in Bay Area. It's a medical marijuana dispensary. He says the Sacramento action is long overdue.
You may have a dispensary in a city that you have a license for, but one of your suppliers may be driving through a county that doesn't have a system of licensing cannabis. They could get pulled over and encounter problems.
The legislation could have implications on the effort to put a recreational marijuana legalization initiative on next year's statewide ballot.
There's a new smartphone app that's causing a stir. It's called Companion, and it allows someone you trust to virtually walk you home with the help of a GPS tracker and an online map. CBS News contributor Nicholas Thompson is editor of the New Yorker magazine's website. He says there are other safety features too.
If I start to run and the headphones get ripped out, then it will start to beep and make sounds. It makes it very easy to call 911, and it also has a feature where you can say, I'm feeling nervous, and that'll send a message to one of your friends.
Companion is getting positive reviews because only the person walking has to install it. The friend receives messages through a web browser.
The San Diego Zoo's panda matriarch is celebrating her 24th birthday. Good for her. Bayun was treated to a slushy ice cake made with applesauce and filled with chunks of apples, carrots, and yams. I feed that to Jim all the time. Her exhibit was also decorated with gift boxes filled with hay that had been scented with some of Bayun's favorite smells: cinnamon, wintergreen, and spearmint.
Now you're just making me hungry.
It's 5:54 here on KNX 1070. The managers have plenty to say going into tonight's Freeway Series opener. Here's KNX 1070, Steve Pratt.
It's down at the Big A. Don Mattingly's Dodgers are the visitors. They now lead the Giants by 8 games going into this one. San Francisco's loss. Mattingly's thoughts on the battle with the Yankees?
Obviously, the later you get, the more you're into pennant race baseball, and they're always important, and you always would like to win. But obviously, a little bit different tone now. We're both fighting to try to, either gain ground or add distance.
As for the Angels, they need to gain ground. They're third in the division, 5 behind the Astros, who lost to the A's today. They're also 2.5 behind the Rangers for the second wild card spot, and the Rangers lead the Mariners 2-0 in this.